Good afternoon from Maroochydore. We're starting early. Commentator was caught napping. Nauru in the final already of the AFL Pacific Cup Women's Tournament. Papua New Guinea hoping to get there. My name is Daniel Viles. That's not important. This is. The live chat is open. Let's enjoy ourselves this afternoon. It's 5 minutes to 2 Queensland time. Good work on the ground from gorgeous Tamaki. Not coming out of there. See Lara Dogoape in the headgear today. She did take a knock yesterday. First free kick of the match to the Flames. They switched the play. Lovely work coming back from Marianika. If Kelly Underwood was here, she'd call her an excitement machine. Logistically, I'm not sure what that means. Susan Severe. Finding work. It's a little bit drier today. And Papua New Guinea making it count already. Grace Parika. Deep inside for good mark in the goal square. Plays on. Papua New Guinea on the board early to Isabella Grant. We've seen her dominate the midfield this week. Finding a way to get forward. It came forward from Susan Severe. Some good composure from Grace. And then watch the run into the goal square from Isabella Grant. She comes from deep, takes the mark over the back, and thought, I'm going to play on. I'm not going to wait for anyone. Plenty of encouragement on the boundary. Papua New Guinea with an early lead. With the clearance, g'day Diesel. Good to have you on the chat. And don't let Diesel be lonely as Papua New Guinea have a free kick again to Susan Serebe. Had some wonderful time on the chat this week. So Papua New Guinea fans, Nauruan fans, the chat is all yours. G'day Troy. What a start indeed. Veronica Kavana Moore shoots from way out. It'll be off target and out on the full indeed. It's The breeze is blowing left to right.
Sorry, somebody give me 2 minutes, huh?
Always love it when people near the boundary don't realise how close to the effects microphone they are. It's amazing what you can learn. Turn the sound up for espionage. Nauru play out from the back, just gets past Kora Tamaki, out of bounds. And because it was from the kick in, I'm pretty sure that can't be a lasso free kick, so I dare say a few people are tuning in at 2 o'clock and they've started early, but to get away, there's that boundary throw in. Oh, it's a free kick. I thought it would just be retaken because it was blown way off course, but instead it's a free kick to Elma Emil. Had a good week. Important tall presence for the Flames. Into the pocket. Only just dropped. I think that was Susan Severo at the back. It wasn't. It was Bridget Talania. So ball up in Papua New Guinea's left forward pocket. Just the one goal so far. That's to Isabella Grant. As the ball goes underneath what we rather grandly refer to as a grandstand. Should probably name that after someone one day. Maybe that could be the Bell Doors stand. Either way, it's at the southeastern corner of the ground, the river end of the ground. And what we need now is maybe a wombat or something just to duck under there. But we don't have a wombat, but we do have someone who I dare say a few of you watching know exactly who that is. And he then kicks the ball 40 metres away from where it needed to go. Oh no, we have a second ball. Apologies, that was wrong from me. Good work in the ruck contest from Gorgeous Tamaki. Undersized, but still got her hand to the ball early. As the crowd looks cold. The temperature's not cold in Maroochydore, but it's the wind chill factor as that goes out of bounds just ahead of Sammy Lai, the next Prime Minister of the Papua New Guinea. If you've just tuned in, you didn't miss the starting time, but they started 5 minutes early. Big punch from Elma. That'll go out of bounds. Just another boundary throw in because we're inside 50. Wasn't deliberate, it was just off the wrong knuckle. Isabella Grant had the opening goal for the Flames. And Nauru hasn't had an inside 50 yet. Now, boundary throw-ins into the breeze are a mug's game. Racking up the boundary throw-ins, and if we had live stats, the head-outs will be going off the chart. This will all be on the DVD of this tournament. Great boundary throw-ins of the 21st century. Good work from Gorgeous. Goes out to Kora Tamaki. Then out of bounds, just a boundary throw-in. Good afternoon, Prudence. Hope you're well. The Flames have made a wonderful start. And strength to Isabella Grant. She's got plenty of it to start with. Gorgeous Tamaki's doing very well in the ruck contest against the much taller Elma Emil. Bit of rugby union breaks out in the forward pocket. It's funny how we had a free-flowing game in very wet conditions yesterday. We get the water off the ground and suddenly we get bogged down. Of course, playing games in consecutive days, the fatigue factor will be strong. Papua New Guinea up towards the goal square. The defence was strong. The tackling was strong as well from Naomi Akua, but it was too early. Free kick to Grace Parika. Get some of the comments in a moment, but Grace has the shot on goal. From the West Eagles Club in Port Moresby. I can't say I'm really sure which way the wind is going to affect this kick. Came off the top of the boot anyway, and that's well taken in the goal square by Jaya Tabua. But playing the ball out of defence, they struggled at times against Tonga yesterday, the Nauruans. Mark dropped by Vanilla Ika. Spills loose. Thyra Tavel not able to tackle Ingrid Harris. Comes out to Lara Dogoape in the headgear today. As I said, took a head knock yesterday. Looks strong though, hasn't lost any confidence. Marianne Ela charging through in her usual style. Susan Savere back towards Grace. How did she burrow underneath that? Tries to get it back to Bridget Talania. I think she was trying to release the ball at the back of a ruck. Shot comes in, it's off target from Vaina Tualai. Veronica! Misses to the left. I apologise, didn't miss to the left, hit the post. Hello, Alina Tamaki, that's my sister. You should be proud of her. Lolly Saylor, mama of the next Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea from Perth. Jessima Regadio, come on out, Aroeni. Well, they haven't given up. Their defence has been strong. Mark just goes through the hands of Koro Tamaki, who I think is the one Arlena said, that's my sister. Yeah, pushing the back. So that'll be a free kick to Papua New Guinea. Troy and Diesel getting to know each other online. This is a good bromance. I like this. Molly Harold saying, let's go Flames. Arlena saying, come on, Nauru. The Flames and the Aroeni. Of course, the Aroeni already in the final. They've got 2 wins. No one else has more than 1. They cannot be passed for the top 2. Doesn't really matter if they win the minor premiership or not. Free kick comes all the way back to Veronica. She'll kick from 50. Be surprised if she made it in 1 kick. Doesn't attempt to, which is probably wise. Out in the pocket. And we will have our 200th boundary throw-in for the day. Arlena says, Gorgeous Tamaki is my sister. She was doing well. And am I right in saying that Gorgeous and Precious are twins? And if they are, I have the same birthday, so I like them. Boundary throw-in, left forward pocket. Gorgeous with a punch. Elma comes back, shot comes in. Beautiful mark. Bridget Talania marking just to the side of the goal square. She can slow down and just take her time. Make sure of the 6 points. She'd love another chance with that. And in fact, it missed everything out on the full. That happens sometimes. Now, getting support from people is a good thing, but getting support from a wonderful guitar amp is arguably even better. Wonderful guitar amp. I hope you're watching yesterday's game, because in the wet, the number of knee slides that players were doing while they were marking just had Eddie Van Halen written all over it. Out to the 50. The Flames, they're away through Veronica. Beautiful work from from Koro Tamaki on the ground. That'll be cleared by Prinzili Ephraim, and they've got the free kick, the Nauruans. Quarters are 17 minutes long in this tournament. And the Flames have learned, you don't give away a 50-metre penalty by dropping the ball. You always give it to the player with the free kick, or at the very least, pass it to them on the full. Leilani Sampson at the back. Air swing from Veronica. It's probably the first mistake she's made this week, I reckon. Picked up again by Prinzili. She's forward. Towards the boundary, taken over by Leilani. Should be a boundary throw. Oh, no, it was out on the full. So free kick to Leilani. Thank you, Mr. Guitar Amp. Dropped by Naomi Akua. Second opportunity to clear. 1-1 in favour of Papua New Guinea. Their goal to Isabella Grant. It is indeed Arlena, and we're going to need a lot of cake for the 3 of us. I'm a very large man. That's a throw. Free kick to Papua New Guinea on the left wing. Lorraine Dagiago, let's go Nauru. We want a goal. Absolutely you do. Papua New Guinea with another inside 50 entry. And a superb mark to the electric Marianne Ila. Decent sized boot on it to the goal square. That'll clear Marianne Ila! She has been threatening to do something like that all week. And finally, the number 23 for Papua New Guinea got front position in the marking contest. Went back, didn't muck around, launched from 48. Excellent forward craft from Eliana Capitin, who plays Wilston Grange here, which is not far from where I live. And Marianne Ila has one for the highlight reel. Four minutes remaining. Big thump from Elna. They've got work to do in the Nauruans, but they're doing it. Flattened in the tackle. Will just be a ball up. But Susan Severo from the Lamana Dockers working hard. Just dropped by Veronica at the back, but got the handball away under pressure. They're heading forward. Dropped inside 50. The ball will be a bit greasy. Got a second opportunity. Looked like a throw, but got away with it. As Monica Tindapu released and then got the free kick. Goes centrally. Important effort at the mark from Naomi Akua. They're going so hard at the ball today, the Flames. Cleared by Ingrid Harris. Lands in no woman's land. Back out to Lara Dogoape. Just kick out. Trainer's got to get out of the way there. Ended up leaving it for Lara. Everyone hits the deck. Marianne wants a bit more of the action. Lara just got the ball away, out of trouble. Marianne's just incredible. She just won a 1-on-3 contest, Marianne Ila. Leilani Sampson, who got a bit of love on the chat just before from Claire Negawayan. And the Nauruans have the free kick. Wonderful guitar amp saying, let's go to Susan, Veronica, Monica, Rose, Bella. Are they all from the same club? I've got them here. I'm just trying to commentate the game as well as do all this. Lafan Gurehu for wonderful guitar amp. Sasa Manuela Gorogo, welcome. Let's go Flames. But it's Nauru on the attack now through Leilani Sampson. Lost it, got it back. Hoofed forward by Harris. Inside 50, just dropped at the back. Nauru's first inside 50. Kicked forward by Ashley DeBaal. The New Guinean defence was strong. And you can see the wind rippling the backs of the jerseys. Nauru's free kick. This goes to Cleo Baguga. Scored 2 goals in the win yesterday. Thank you, Frida. They are all from the same club. Junior Gabriel Lai. Let's make this one count. That's good advice. Cleo plays on. Long kick. And I think she just misjudged the wind. So that'll go out of bounds. But you can see kicking to that left-hand side is just going to be difficult today. So that's the hope that Nauru can take. Papua New Guinea have played brilliantly in this quarter, but they have had the wind advantage. Mind you, I called a game here once where one team had a big wind advantage in the first quarter, then the wind died off in the second quarter, and then it came back for the third quarter. So one team had 2 bits of wind advantage, and the other team had none. And you can see the wind just take that one well down the ground. With no disrespect to the kicking abilities, good work on the ground from Cleo. Further forward, just bounced away from Naomi Akua. Good work low down over the ball from Isabella Grant. First goal scorer today. Hoofed back upfield from Vanilla Ika. Through to Kayla Tamaki, who I think is twins with Cora. Have I got that right? Socked out on the full. No, stays in play. Desperate work from the New Guineans, providing support to each other. It was Eliana Capitin who put it through before, but turned over. Keep the support going on the chat. Just because I don't get time to read it out doesn't mean it's not important. And the players will see it when they watch this game back later. Under the legs, through to Leilani Sampson. Always a favourite on the chat. runs out of time on the clock. It's closer than it looks. Nauru yet to score. Papua New Guinea have used the wind advantage in the first quarter to score 2 goals, 1. Those goals to Isabella Grant and Marianne Ealer. It's going to be a very interesting second quarter to see what Nauru can do with the breeze. Nauru already has its place in the final on Saturday afternoon. The other team, the team they'll play, is way up in the air. Papua New Guinea need to win to give themselves a chance, and they're doing that Very well so far. Second quarter underway. We're at the number 3 oval at Maroochydore. Number 2 still waterlogged, I'm understood. Spectacular. And she's all right. Ale Alu. Good handball back to Elma. Looking out wide for the run of Ursula Miller. Back inside. Just hits the top of the boot. And of course, it's into the wind as well. That didn't go 15, so it should be play on. I think there's been general agreement that it was a mark, so everyone just got on with it. Inside 50 for the Flames. Outside 50 from Nauru. Good quick rebound. And they're on the rebound. Well taken by Leilani. Cross ended up back with them. They've got a bit of size and speed going forward. Well chased through by Italy DePaul. Wasn't able to get there, and good clearance over the head of Elma. Veronica cleared. I thought there was going to be a head clash for a moment between Thrixina and her opponent. Hasn't happened. Knocked out the back towards Lara Dogoape. Free kick to Aroeni. DJ says, come on, Aroeni. Claire's more specific, says, go Susan. Mr. Rustog number 1 is Chrissa. If I said it the wrong name before, that was purely me stuffing up. Chrissa for Nauru. Leilani number 1 for Papua New Guinea. I may have mixed them up. I apologise. Oh, brilliant mark in the forward 50. Absolutely brilliant mark. Sorry, in the back 50. And then a good intercept taken by Italy. Italy DePaul slaps it forward, was looking for Cleo. Cleo gets goal side, scored a couple of goals like that yesterday. Holds her feet. The defence is strong. Lovely work. Just slipping at the crucial moment. Italy nearly able to turn it around. Forward air swings. We've seen through the week. Bend down and pick it up. You'll always have a much better chance. Italy DePaul keeps her feet. Charge down is brilliant from Rosendoy. Maggie Tuai, go Flames, let's win this. Chris Kauai, go Lani. Robinson Ika, come on, Kez. Maggie Tuai, let's go live. Frida Pelican, let's go Ravasiro. I've enjoyed Jill's work this week. Over the head of everyone. Chrissa. Into the pocket, just didn't have anyone running onto it. And Veronica Kavanamur will send it back the other way. Good kick into the breeze. And again, the 1-on-2 was nearly won by the outnumbered player. Cleo, good handball inside to Chrissa. Tries to keep her feet, had to get rid of the ball quickly. And eventually, that'll come back with interest. Chrissa again, important charge down from Monica. Chrissa again, good catch. Was taken by Kayla Tamaki. At the drop of the ball was Alea Lu. She goes across field. This won't clear 50. They all fly. Vanilla Ika trying to get through the middle. Eventually gets a handball backwards. Good use of the hands. Wasn't quite able to clear the contest. Naomi Akua. They found a way out. And brave at the feet of Monica was Prinzili Ephraim. Saw a big Monica Tindipu charging towards her. And still got her body in the way. Thumped inside 50. Nauru on the attack again. Not quite goal side, but they do have a 2-on-1. Veronica's held it in. This could be dangerous. If she had a chance to release and ruled not to have, it'll be a ball up. Brilliant work in the end from Veronica Kavanamur. Tap down. Cleo! Outside of the boot. For a moment, I thought the wind was going to bring that back. Didn't happen. But that's the first scoring shot of this second quarter. Nauru on the board. 5 minutes into this 17-minute quarter. Roseanne Kaze throwing her support behind PNG, as is Tosh Keeler. Prudence, Jill Ravosero, you're a gun, my sister. A gun on flames. We have a blood rule. Play's been taken off when the umpire crosses their arms like that. That means someone's being ordered off the field because they're bleeding. So you need to get that patched up. It's a good safety rule. Out come the flames. For a moment, I think Lara Dogoape was about to launch her own airline. Didn't quite work out that way. And out they come again. You can see it holding up in the breeze. The attack on the ball from both sides is superb. It was Harris from Nauru. G'day, Brian. Good to have you with us. Dangerous tackle. Free kick to the Aroeni. Frida Pettikin says, let's go Vetter on Monica. Willie Max gives some coaching advice. Clear the forward line, Flames. Well, they've done the first thing, which is to take an intercept mark. That's well taken. Has to go back. She's way in front of the mark. There's a little bit of push and shove as Isabella Grant has been moved into defence. Apologies, that's Rose Endoy, who's done quite a few good things in defence in this quarter already. Taken a couple of intercept marks, and that went out of bounds. Was it inside 50 or outside 50? Inside, so a boundary throw-in. Chris Koae repeats his support for Lani. And quite rightly so. She wears number 1. Is she a bit of an alpha personality? I wouldn't know. Big long boundary throw in. Vashti Agege had to travel a long way to get it. Nearly needed her passport again. Put out Veronica, just willing it up the field. Couldn't keep it in. It will be a free kick under the lasso rule. To Aroeni. Not sure why there's a discussion. Oh, boundary throw-in. Okay. Umpires were a lot closer than me. I'm not going to argue with their decision. That's a general principle I have. Clever work back. Nauru pressing forward. Intercepted by Leilani. Twice. Wrestled on the ground by Kayla. No, not Kayla Tamaki. She's standing up. Gets a little bit rugby union-like. That was probably a throw out of there, but why not open the game? Harris with her head over the ball. Out towards Lara Dogoape. Superbly tackled by Veronica. Not paid because the ball was disposed. The left foot of Precious Tamaki. Unable to keep it in. Just a boundary throw-in. Now, Brian Barish from the United States AFL has a stat on the chat, and I can say that I've already said this on air because I stole it from Brian on social media. Nauru has clinched its spot in the grand final. If Papua New Guinea win, they can still be overtaken if New Zealand win the second game, or if Tonga wins and has a bit of a margin on it, makes up the percentage. Suffice to say, it'll be Nauru versus, and this is important, someone in the grand final. Benita Mai throwing her support behind the Flames. Peter Redden says, PNG AFLW Flame, go for goal, watching from the Sergeant's Mess at Tarama Barracks, Port Moresby. Dominic Naki, Kalange. Nauru back inside the 50 through the left-footed Precious. And once again taken by Rose in defence. I think that's about a third or fourth intercept mark in this quarter alone. Robinson Ika says, come on, Kez, goal. Switch pass. There's a lot of open space out there. Just goes through the hands. Suddenly under pressure. Bianca Brechtefeld did her best to cause the turnover. Definitely affected the next disposal. That will be a free kick. Because Italy DePaul took the aerial route. David Penny says, PNG goals, you've got lots of opportunities. Just control the pressure and try to kick space and run in numbers and always keep on your feet. We can't just give away easily. Let's go. They can't hear me, unfortunately, David, but your advice is sound. Free kick to... Oh, just a little bit of push and shove, but everything's fine. No one's going on with it. Prudence says, Rosendoy and Lorraine Iki from the back line. Nice combination and go you both. They have been combining well, haven't they? That's number 18, Rosendoy, and number 22, Lorraine Iki. So Nauru, they've had the dominant territory for most of this quarter. It's just pushed off. It was Taiva Levi. Apologies, it was Susan Sareve. I'll get it right. Susan Severe. There we are. Benita Mai throwing her support behind Rose, and Vanessa Pisep throwing her support behind Piwen Kutan. Into the middle of the field, finds Rose. No, free kick needs to come back. It was taken from the wrong spot. Papua New Guinea scored all of its 13 points in the first quarter. Oh, the free kick went to Nauru and it was taken by the wrong person. We took about 30 seconds there to get the free kick to the right player. Italy to Paul off for a trot, runs a long way, allowed to play on. There was pushing in the contest. And the free kick is in favour of the Flames, given to Leilani Sampson. The men's games are starting over on oval number 1. Always irks me a little bit that the men always get the higher ranked oval. There's some quality women's football here. They deserve a bit better. Precious Tamaki. Heading towards the pocket. Cleo Baguga does well. Oh, now that could be deliberate. This will be an interesting call. Free kick to Nauru. It is a free kick to... No, called a boundary throw in. Very well. And with the wind, you will see some of the boundary umpires just taking a few steps in before releasing the ball. Monica at the back of the contest. Roved well. Tries clearing. Just got to Grace Perica on the bounce. Inside. Oh, nearly taken by Irina Guria in the back. Spills out. Comes to Precious. She's on her left side. High contact. Precious Tamaki will have a shot. And Brian makes the additional point. Both of the men's games are dead rubbers. The finalists have been decided in the men's. Now Precious Tamaki has the win behind her. Not quite the correct side for a left footer, but she's on a good angle. Let's fly. Just hooked it around. So a second minus score for Nauru in this quarter. 126 of you watching online at the moment. That's assuming that there's only one person per screen. Maybe some of your screens have got 10 people around them, I'm not sure. Frida says, bad luck, Jill. She's done some good things today, Jill, and indeed all this week. And one game to go. And who knows, this could be a preview of the final on Saturday. Well taken. Playing it outside, good work to Marianika, who scored a long-range set shot. Just goes out, in fact, has gone out in the full. So Nauru to restart. They've got 3.5 minutes left in this second term. Brian, you tech guru hacker, you. Something like that. Pushing in the contest. Unfortunately, Vanilla knew what she wanted. But Isabella Grant will get what she wanted, which is a thumping kick forward. That's a good marking contest and taken in the contest by Prinzili Ephraim. Inside 50 will be turned around by Nauru. Wonderful guitar out. Thank you for saying 11 of you watching from one phone. Now, I'm impressed by that, but I'll tell you who is impressed. That's the players, and I apologise. I've been talking while there's been a head clash on the field. I didn't mean to disrespect the injury. Just watching a small replay of it now. Comes outside the 50 and then, oh. So I think it's Marianika who's back on her feet, I'm pleased to say. And the other player on the ground, possibly Kayla Tamaki, but I don't want to cause unnecessary alarm if that's not her. So don't believe the big, tall, balding, fat commentator who's trying to work it out. Believe your own eyes. Good to see getting medical attention. Now, the rules of this tournament were that there'll be no time on for injuries, but yesterday we had a serious injury in the game between, I think it was Papua New Guinea and New Zealand, where the clock was stopped for a while, and it was It was good for the game and allowed a proper finish, but not entirely sure it was repeatable. So back on her feet. Probably has to come from the field just to get checked out. So at least 2 minutes left. And our camera operators kept the clock running and very good at responding to signals around the ground while operating a camera. I admire that. I multitask about as well as a toaster. Gorgeous Tamaki. He's done well in the ruck today. Came out the back to Harris. Then it's either out of bounds or a push. Arlena, it may have been precious. I just missed the number. My eyes were going in a few different directions. But I will keep an eye on it. That's a good intercept mark taken by Aroeni Guria. Is it Aroeni or Irene? I just don't want to be too Australian with my pronunciations. So if it's not Irene, don't want to call it that. Brave work. I think they'll both get up. And they're back inside 50. And the intercept marking of the Papua New Guineans in this quarter has probably been the story of the match so far. They were unable to lock. So Gorgeous is on the field. Sorry, I'll finish that point in a moment. Comes back to Elma. Yeah, just went over the shoulder. Bit of push and shove. Continuing quickly. If Papua New Guinea could get one against the flag, as Susan just slipped. It doesn't look wet out there, but trust me, they are running on green mud. Superb tackle, incorrect disposal. And the recovery from Susan Severe was fantastic. Siren's gone. And I think they've said, why didn't you let her take a shot? Come on, umpire, have you no sense of occasion? So it's half-time at Maroochydore Multisports Oval number 3. Papua New Guinea didn't score in that quarter. They're still at 2-1-13. Nauru, just the 2 minors. 11-point lead. We'll see you in about 10 minutes or so. Welcome back to Maroochydore. It is half-time in the 5th match of 6 in the preliminary rounds of the AFL Pacific Cup, the first one ever, women's tournament. Nauru are the only team in this comp to have won its first 2 matches, so they are in the final. Every other combination is possible. What Papua New Guinea is doing at the moment is giving themselves the best chance, firstly in terms of moving their points tally from 2 to 6, as Veronica makes a late entry to the field, and secondly improving their percentage. They have the wind advantage in this 3rd quarter, and their defence was superb in the 2nd quarter. Desmond, good to see you again. Elmer in the ruck. Veronica forward, pumps it forward, was late onto the field but was early onto the ball. Taken at the back by Osana Scotty. Gets it just outside 50. Susan Severe just saw it go between her legs. Hits the deck. We're going to have a ball up 51 metres from goal. Frida wants more goals from the Flames twice. That's not a criticism. I've done that myself where you just hit the button. Elna with the big fist. Didn't quite connect. Nauru on the counter. Well charged. Veronica's been amazing, as has Monica this week. Gets it to the edge of the 50, just off the hands of Aroeni, or Irene. And we're pretty much back where we started, about 4 metres closer to goal. A minute gone, 16 to go in this 3rd term. The breeze is strong, but unreliable. The fans in the stand, the Beldor stand, I've decided, are still cold. Free kick to Nauru. I think the ball was dragged back in at the bottom. Jodax is calling for, or Yodax possibly, calling for a winning quarter for the Aroeni. Turned around by Veronica. Been one of the best in this whole tournament this week. That's a wonderful intercept mark taken in defence. And those rebound 50s have been doubly important in this match. Good punch away from Veronica. That was Charlie Capella getting involved. Don't think she was on the field in the first half. That cannot possibly have gone 15, but Thrixina will play on. Good overhead mark taken by Cora. Probably has time for a bounce. Inside 50 into the wind. Important passage of play. Knocked back by Ashley DeBal. Kept it in field and didn't have any support. Handballing out of trouble. Thumped away by Chrissa. Turned over. Nauru with a repeat opportunity. Handball inside to Vanilla. Went underneath her. Back up from Italy. Italy has to head west towards France. Kicked in danger. No, there's some complaints on the boundary. That was definitely kicking in danger. There is no question about that. So the free kick back to Italy DePaul. A Tigeress. Just 18. Roai Kilori says, go Monu. Which I'm guessing is Monica. How did she take that? Kayla Tamaki. I thought she was underneath that pack. She was the least likely of the 4 players to come up with that ball. That is a remarkable take from Kayla Tamaki. Now the shot, and the wind has just died down for the moment. Massive opportunity for Aroeni. Minus score. It was touched before it got to the line. But the mark, it didn't look spectacular. But it was just the fact that it was done at all. Arlena's happy, and she'll probably be just as happy that Italy DePaul is marked on the 50. Repeat entries, clever kick to centre half forward. And the strength of, I think that's Chrissa, it is. Oh, played on 2. Oh, okay, she's lucky. She's going to get a second chance because she wasn't behind the mark, because the kick was awful. So it comes back to Chrissa as the wind. You can see, the flags have just picked up again. They're not going to help her. It's just a case of if they don't hinder her. Probably needs a lead coming out of the goal square. So Chrissa Detonamo. A low driving kick into the pocket. Only just dropped by Vanilla. Veronica around the back. Brilliant defence from Veronica. Just onto the head, or onto the bun of Monica. Was well tackled by Italy. Moving back towards goal. Umpire's seen an infringement. It's gone against Chrissa. This will go back to Rosendoy. Not quite a goal, Arlena. Oh, Mono is Veronica. Thank you, wonderful guitar amp. Players hit the ground. That was just good bumping. Leilani Sampson in pursuit. Kicked away by Kora Tamaki towards the boundary. Elna, I think, tried to play the ball, rugby league style. And a wonderful one-handed take. Just missed who that was. Charlie Capelle scored a wonderful goal yesterday. Bounces away from Ashley DeBaal. Forward by Kayla. Chris is starting to really get involved in that one-on-one battle. Is important. I think Chrissa may have gone to high contact. I think Chrissa may have gone to Marianne Ika. And that one-on-one battle between the strength of Chrissa and the speed of Marianne is something I'm really enjoying. Marianne doesn't want to give away the 50, so she delivers the ball with a postage stamp all the way back to Chrissa. So the free kick has gone to Papua New Guinea in defence. The outer zone umpire has seen some pushing and shoving back where you can see the ball now. So the Flames will have a chance to clear. Now, hang on, I've misread that. Good mark by the umpire. So it comes back where the, in front of that. Some good support for Bella Grant from both Amy Grant, who probably related, and Emmanuel Hakena. Nauru is dominating this third term against the wind. Inside from Vanilla. Couldn't quite find Charlie Capelle. Pressure on the kick turns it into an air ball. And four Nauruans got in each other's way. That was Optus level communication. That was a good little fist at the end just to get it away to Gorgeous. Naomi Akura on the ground. No one with any control. Some amazing skills. Back to Elna. And Elma will thump it. But kick to a 1-on-2. Nauru getting numbers around the ball. Unfortunate slip for Naomi Akua. Italy to Paul on the outside. Monica charged onto it at just the right time. Flattened her opponent in the back. So Naomi Akua will get the free kick. And the only team that's won both of its games in this tournament so far, beautiful step from Italy, is coming back. Good tackle from Isabella Grant. Had to get down low to make sure she didn't give away the high contact free kick. Did what she needed to do. Of course, Isabella scoring the first goal this match. Now tell me, does Isabella Grant prefer Isabella or Bella? Because I will call her what you tell me. She's got plenty of friends there. Emmanuel saying love and support from D Block and ATM squad, or ATMS squads. Hits ground on the 50. Marianne getting involved. So I'm just going to watch Marianne and Chrissa all day because that battle could decide this match. Thrixina just hacks it inside 50. The other way from Veronica. Brought to ground by Chrissa, who decided a one-on-one battle wasn't enough. That went a little bit Greco-Roman. Oh, free kick's gone to Nauru. Deep inside 50. Thank you, wonderful guitar. Bella she is. I will adjust my team sheets accordingly. And once again, the Papuans, their defensive structures are holding up. Just the one scoring shot so far in this quarter. Papua New Guinea has not scored since the first quarter. Nauru yet to score a goal. Thumped out by, I'm pretty sure that was Veronica, out on the full. And it's actually appropriate that Bella Grant chooses to be called Bella because this is the ground where Belle Dawes, who plays for the Brisbane Lions, began her footy. And of course her full name is Isabel. Thank you, Prudence. It's definitely Bella. I'd like to apologise for the last 3 days of commentary. Lands in space. Bella Grant lurking. All the way back past Gorgeous Tamaki. Monica charging onto the ball because that's what she does every day of every match. Every minute of every match, rather. Holding the ball. That was dragged back into the contest. Big opportunity for Nauru, and the wind again. It's inconsistent. I was about to say it's died down, and then as I was saying that sentence, it picked up again. Goes for a trundle. We're going deep to the goal square. Just dropped the mark on impact. I think that was Cleo. Out the back of the contest, but it was mainly Flames there. The tackle from Kayla was strong, but just fell off at the last moment. And now the Flames on the counter-attack. Just slowing things down to let players get forward. I think that's Yoshika. And the pressure from Ingrid Harris was so great that she was prepared to wear the ball on the back of the neck. I appreciate it, wonderful guitar amp. This is a very friendly society we have here. So Veronica with the free kick on the left wing. And the famous lilac boots. Centres the kick to Bella Grant, who plays on. Lulled everyone into a false sense of security. Forward position. They nearly got goal side, the Flames. Nearly snuck out the back. Nauru, time for their defensive structures. Susan on the ground. Knocked inside. Shot on goal coming from Grace. Didn't miss by much. But that is the Flames' first scoring shot since the first quarter. Only 1 point in this match has been scored to the left of your screen, the southern end of the ground. Everything else is at the north, which is the right. Naomi Akua playing out of defence, looking for Isley DePaul. Flew high. Monica, she'll get a free kick here because Isley just flattened her. Now she knows how North Africa felt. Susan chasing. Well cleaned up in defence by Ingrid Harris. Done some good things today. Just not quite connecting to get out of defence. Only one loose pass and Papua New Guinea could be in here. Susan down low, knocked out by Kora Tamaki. Came out to Ursula Miller. I did mix up the teams there, apologies. Oh, thank you, Martina. Long shot coming in. It's got the wind behind it. It'll be out on the full. Ah, that makes sense. So Fabulous is wearing 13 today. Ingrid Harris not on the field. Of course, Fabulous plays here in Southeast Queensland, but not in the competition that I commentate. She should. She should come up to the State League because she's good enough, but at the moment she's playing in the division down. Well played out by Vanilla, then inside to Vashti Agege. Nauru dominated most of this quarter, but it's been Papua New Guinea's game for the last 3 or 4 minutes. Joldax maybe getting a little bit frustrated with Cleo. Her space was shut down pretty rapidly. Incorrect disposal. Nauru on the attack again. They are running into the wind, but dominating the quarter. It should be said that Papua New Guinea's plane arrived in Queensland on Tuesday morning. They played Tuesday night. This is their 3rd game in 3 days. As Bella Grant just had a radar, I thought she was kicking that out of the full strangely. Didn't happen that way. Vashti. Booted forward by Kayla. It's going to go out of bounds just ahead of Bella Grant. Or was that Rose? In a little over an hour's time, the final match of this series before the finals between Tonga and New Zealand. And given the results earlier this week, I can confidently say that I have no idea how that match is going to go. Good handwork. Came from Kent in the number 13 jersey. Apologies to both Kent and Harris. Teresa Komayale says, go PNG. And I understand your frustration. He had to put a rugby ball on the screen because they don't have an Aussie rules ball emoji. So no criticism from me. I share your frustration. Inside to Kayla Tamaki, trying to find a way through this defence. The air swing probably didn't help. They've regathered still inside the 50. Squirts out the back, nearly towards Jaya Tabua. She's just behind the contest. Tabua has it now. Found a way through. Good mark. Sliding forward was Kempf. Held on. The punch from the back just wasn't quite directed. See New Zealand playing Fiji and the men over in the back. Leave that game till later. Right now, it's all about this match. They're determined to find a way. Nauru flying from the back. Chrissa is goal side. Chrissa! Conference. They're trying to work out if it was touched on the way through. This is an important decision for the whole competition. Not so much for Nauru, but for Papua New Guinea. 4 umpires. Was it touched on the way through? Chrissa awaits. Just giving themselves some space because the wind's blowing that way and the sound is travelling, so you can probably go up the other end of the field and still hear what they're saying. Rosendoy tries to pop in for a listen. And the clock is ticking. This is a decision that's worth getting right. It's going to be a goal. Chrissa scores. And unfortunately, because of the conference that they had, my replay button only goes back 25 seconds, so we'll miss it. I apologise for that. But if you're watching on YouTube, maybe during the 3/4 time break, which is coming up fairly soon, just go back to that bit and have a look, because the forward pressure from Nauru, the first goal of the game at the southern end of the field, and the wind is picking up. The rain has just started to come down. You can see the players squinting, just trying to keep their eyes clear. We have a 5-6-5 infringement, so the warning always goes to the ruck. Yeah, policed very strictly in Australia. So just something players have to learn if they come down to play in the state leagues here, but it's easy to learn. Vanilla Ika, what a clearance. Through the middle, needs a mark. Over the back, the siren will sound soon. Shut down by Chrissa. This won't count because the siren, well, it didn't reach it anyway. Bit of laughter at the defensive effort. This is incredible. Nauru will have whatever wind advantage there is in the 4th quarter. Nauru 1-3-9. Trail Papua New Guinea 2-14. Papua New Guinea playing for a place in the final.
You can play one less down. Yellow card. What? Great. That's right. You're going to go to the next one. Yeah, one down. 10.
For those of you who were watching the stream during the three-quarter time break, you may have seen the umpires and one of the AFL Queensland officials come over and speak with Lorraine and Icky. Was something to do with the number of players in the game. Not sure whether they had one too many subs. I'll just be honest and say I don't know the reason. But for whatever reason, I don't think she'll take any further part in this game. I think it's more to do with sort of a registration issue rather than anything related to, ill conduct or anything like that. So, anyway, I'm just making stuff up. I really don't know. All I know is that she'll be, it looks like she's been put on the bench for the rest of this game. So, that's about all we know. In the chat, Angela Detanamo says, let's go Nauru. I'm assuming you're related to both Chrissa and Cherico. Emmanuel Hakena says, Flames, more goal in the final quarter as you'll be going with the wind. I'll just correct you there. They'll actually be going into the wind. The wind is going to the right of screen, so that's why that quarter for Nauru to dominate while they were going into the wind was quite extraordinary. Having said that, the wind is inconsistent. Keep an eye on those flags at the back of the screen. That's pretty much how I'm looking at it.
You got one too many on the field. Hey, wait, remember yellow card, so you can't replace. So you should have 70.
You should have 7 just here.
1, 2, 3. So one needs to come on.
And again, you probably just heard the umpires saying that one of the teams had too many players on the field. It was Papua New Guinea who had one too many.
I'll tell you when they can go back on.
Jodax Baguga says, Aroeni, this is where champions stand out. Keep working, never give up. Benedict Popal says, let's go, PNG. Jesse Tabua says, Amia Gona, and I hope I just haven't said something rude. Hopefully it was positive. Big wrestle in the middle. The Flames keep their feet. Monica pushes it forward. Naomi Akua finds a way to mark. There's had a few Flames in the way, so as I say, the wind is inconsistent, but PNG, it's just Folsom backs on that western side of the ground at the moment. We're viewing from the east, and normally you'd get the sun in your eyes around this time of day, but we fixed the sun this week, just put a whole bunch of clouds in front of it. No team with the advantage yet in this fourth quarter. Papua New Guinea lead by less than a goal. Comes through to Kora Tamaki. They had a big fourth quarter yesterday, the Aroeni. And starting with a big fourth quarter. The mark at the back taken by, I think that's Josephine. Inside Nauru in possession. Went without it. Veronica. Beautiful handball on the outside. Inside 50. That'll be a lasso free kick. Victoria Winnie says, doing great, Daniel. Firstly, thank you, Victoria. Secondly, that's not Victoria Wynne Stanley, is it? And secondly, Christine Tuarulai says, go Flames. We need a few more goals. You probably do to make the final. And Amy Grant again supporting the Flames, who have to work hard in defence now as Nauru attack. Inside off, I think the boot of Cleo. Just out of reach of Kayla Tamaki. They're finding a way forward. Chrissa not able to get her hands on it. Kora Tamaki finding a way through. Vashti Agege, was that... For a moment I thought the hand was over the shoulder. Instead she's been called for holding the ball. Good mark from Monica. Good to hear from you, Tori. Throwing your support behind. Monica going for a big run. Mama Monica, as she was called earlier this week. Sorry. How relaxed was Elma? The difference in speed between Monica and Elma. That was hair and tortoise stuff. That was, sorry, just tickled my fancy. Back to Elwogi Hiram. Had time to turn, find a way through. Good pickup from Kora Tamaki. We'll get to the other comments in a moment. Just taken outside the 50. Going deep. One-on-one. Taken! Cleo Baguga, 2 goals yesterday in the final quarter. Nauru has not had the lead in this match. Yesterday, they trailed at all 3 breaks and came home with the win. Got way too close to the player on the mark, unfortunately, so Cleo's got a big boot. She could have gone back a few more metres. Molly Harold throwing her support behind the Flames. Ms. Kavana Moore, come on Bella and Veronica, work it out. Kicked out on the full, another opportunity for the Aroeni. Benedict, I'll look at your comment in full in a moment, just as when the play dies down a little, which it may not. Hello, Rai. Hello, Benita Mai. Let's go, Monica. Shot for the outside. Oh, dropped in the goal square. Then booted out. This will be interesting. Was it deliberate? Yes, deliberate. Nauru with another opportunity. You're very welcome, Amy. Thank you for correcting me. Rai Kalori says, go Rose. Wonderful guitar amp. Calling for the Flames to defend. They need to now. Gap reduced to 4 points. Vanilla Ika goes for goal. It's across the face. Well taken. I'm not sure that was the intention, but whatever works. Across the face again. Minus score. Gap reduces to 3. Is anyone watching this game not nervous? Benedict says, played on that field back in 2017 with the under-14 Papua New Guinea Binatangs, and now watching from Papua New Guinea. Wishing all the Flames all the best. Big shout out to my mother, Valerie Mai. Go PNG. Benedict, thanks for sharing that memory with us. Prudence sounds like she's on the edge of her seat. Elma knocks it out, was looking for Monica, taken by Kora Tamaki. Elma again with the fist. Pushed back by Vashti Agege. It's turned into volleyball for a moment. Susan looking to find a way out. Nauru is in the final. Papua New Guinea need to win to give themselves a chance, and probably needed a bigger win than they may get. Beautiful stepping from Kayla Tamaki. Into the pocket. There's been a whistle before it got to Cleo. It's gone Nauru's way. It has. Downtown free kick. When that kick came in from Kayla Tamaki, she was taken out afterwards. And then the player it landed near was the one player who's already scored for Nauru today, and that's Chrissa. This is big, big, big kick coming up. Another minus score. There's still 11 minutes left. If you get there in minus scores, it doesn't really matter. And any suggestion that any of the Aroeni were thinking, we're already in the final, we can relax here. They're not playing like a complacent team. And they've dominated territory. Glad you feel that way. That was an important moment for Papua New Guinea. I think that's Rose. Having to be corrected. Comes out to Ursula Miller. Was able to turn around. Jordax, I'm glad you're nervous. I feel like I have company. Jaya Tabu had just got the handball away. Was looking for Andabal. Just a little bit of push and shove. And I'm sorry, I got the teams mixed up again. It was Aroeni Garua she was looking for. I really am paying attention. Put forward by Thyra Taville. Good punch from the back. Important for the Nauruans. Thyra plays for Mount Gravatt in southern Brisbane. That was my old club, but I was terrible. Nauru bring it the other way. And that kind of settling mark at the back from Bella Grant. Comes wide, looking for Marianne Ika. Haven't seen much of her since the first quarter. Was tumbled over. Nauru on the attack again. Gulu Vincent. Cheering on Vincent. Oh, that could be a 50. The mark was taken and then Elma, just crashed into her. It's not a 50. Willie Max calling for relaxation. I'm an uptight guy. I don't know how to relax. Centering kick. Big dive at the end. Cleo has it. Used her strength. Elmo thought about a big kick. Didn't have it. Got it to Bella. Bella's brought down by Kayla Tamaki. Play continues. Got the ball away. Good work from Bella. Got it underneath her opponent. We'll have a third opportunity. It's desperate play. Cleo with the handball over the top. Chrissa broke one tackle. Looking for a centering kick. Dropped the mark. Important from Cora. Looking for a second opportunity. Cora would love to have that moment back. Out to Vanilla. Vanilla across the face. And that just hit the foot. That'll be a behind. I don't think that can be called deliberate. A fourth minus score to Nauru in this quarter. Wonderful guitar amp saying, Flames, get down and pick up the ball. It's a bit hard to win a game without the ball, isn't it? But I will say, third game in 3 days in heavy conditions underfoot. Their legs would be jelly-like at the moment. Superb intersect mark from Fabulous Kent. And she has a long shot. And she has a bit of wind behind her. This is a crucial moment in the match. Fabulous Kent, the most noteworthy player, goes for the layup. Dropped by Cleo. Cleared by Bella. And then taken just outside the 50. Martina asking Nauru to flood the forward line. And I guess that's one risk you can take where in terms of the table, a loss doesn't matter. Push in the back. Free kick to Nauru. The question was being asked by Thyra Taville. We're all getting nervous, aren't we? Beats everyone. That good step. Excellent step out of defence. I think that was Lorraine. But it beats Grace over the boundary. That'll be a lasso free kick. Nauru come again. It's a 1 point ball game. I was half joking when I said before that Nauru could possibly get the win in minor scores. Good mark low down. No idea where the space came from, but come it did. Inside, bit of wind behind it. Intercept mark was important. It's come back to Cleo. Cleo over the shoulder. Misses, scores a level. This is almost like Gaelic football where you get 1 point for an over and 3 for an under. Because they have goalkeepers as well. Elna just dropped it on impact. Back it comes from Aroeni. Cleo! Another opportunity. They came back yesterday against Tonga. And they've now taken the lead against Papua New Guinea. They have a goal's worth of behinds in this quarter. It's no longer enough for Papua New Guinea just to maintain control of the ball. Now they need to attack. The game is about to open up. Gorgeous Tamaki has kicked it out in the full because of the pressure that was applied by Susan Severe. Free kick. Important off-ball, non-statistically rewarded play from Susan Severe. Goes back infield, not a great kick. Turned over by Isalita Paul. Back towards Kayla Tamaki, who's been outstanding today. It falls to Chrissa. Chrissa wanted a lot of space, swinging from right to left. The lead goes to 2 points. 7 behinds in this quarter. Elise Notokalao says, wow, and then good job, Nauru. It's not the usual way to win a footy game. To which I say, who cares? And then a diving mark from Jaya Tabua. She's been impressive today. Outside of the boot, but the wind is helping it. 8 behinds in this quarter. It's not often you see 8 behinds in a quarter and you think, yeah, we're doing great. 3.5 minutes remaining. If Papua New Guinea can get it down the other end of the field, it only needs 1 straight shot. That's the downside of what Nauru has done in this quarter, just off the hands. As we have a bit of excitement beyond the boundary. Just be a boundary throw-in. Vanessa Pisep, high. Go Piwen, go Rose. Gulu Vincent Raga, PNG hit them hard. They're trying. There's nothing wrong with the strength of the hits. It's been a tough game. Precious got it through to Vanilla. That was worn, I think, in the head by Grace. In towards the goal square. Falls loose. Chaotic ball. And I'm not sure, given that time is of the essence, I'm not sure that Rose Endoy letting that go out was the best tactic. It does, however, allow them to reset and get their structure going. Elise throwing a support behind Nauru. Kayla just going back. Sky ball won't be a mark even if it's caught. Oh, Monica just had a hit out from under her. Goes all the way back to Naomi. Pushed forward by Jerusha Kepa. And good communication at the back. Bella and Rose were about to get in each other's way. Bella made the big call and took it. Plays wide. Needs a mark. Isalita Paul has been sensational as an attacking midfielder today. Jaya Tabua only found Bella in the way. Bella looking for a way out. Under 2 minutes left. That's going to be marked outside the 50 by Elwogi. There's a player down in back play for Nauru. And she kicked it. Oh, this could be disastrous. It falls to Chrissa. Tries to get some space. Impossible angle. Actually is impossible. It's Jaya Tabua who's down. A minute and a half remaining. An extraordinary final quarter. The margins in this women's series so far have been 2, a draw, 11, but that was when Nauru trailed at all 3 breaks, 3, and currently another 3. Jaya Tabua is being helped off the field. It has been all Nauru in this 4th quarter. And if the score stands as it is, Papua New Guinea will not be able to make the final. Now just think about that for a moment. Nauru, at this stage, is going to go through undefeated with a perfect record from the group stage. Papua New Guinea will probably miss the final, and there's only 3 points between them. This competition is one of the tightest I have ever seen at any level, any gender. Push in the back, free kick. Some good sportsmanship shown. We need a more gender-neutral word for sportsmanship. It was just good play. It was good, just good citizenry, really. Italy DePaul. Over the head. Chrissa! 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 misser. The shot doesn't count. It was after the siren. Slightly anticlimactic, but Nauru have come from 5 points down at three-quarter time to score 8 points in the final term and win by 3. Papua New Guinea will play in the third place match on Saturday afternoon. Nauru will play in the final. Their opponent will be determined in a bit over half an hour's time. What a match. What a tournament. Let's all take a breath. Fans of both Nauru and Papua New Guinea, you've been amazing on the chat. Thank you for your information, your corrections, and your support. The players will appreciate that. It's been incredible. Please join me again in half an hour for what is effectively a semi-final in this tournament between Tonga and New Zealand. My name's Daniel Viles, but it's your tournament. Thanks for your company. See you soon.